something, and I eventually just said, "No, I'm just go ahead and do something." And then
you're like, "Oh, fuck it."
Pretty much.
Porn, but so with Alex's point, I think Alex and Q's somebody's point, I forgot. If a man had, well, we said 3, but we'll say 10, right? And he's 40. Corn is 40. He's still considered a catch, and he has a very low body count.
How you figure he's a catch?
Because he's tall, he makes the money. Like he's what women are looking for, right? Because he's tall and he
in a vacuum, and then when you start talking to him, what happens?
Don't do that.
Oh, that's something different.
That's my bro. I love him. I'm just saying, like, come on, man.
No, I agree. Like,
and then this is what I hate about you, Nick. Hold on, still low key 21 with the cells. The average is 10. Y'all are heathens. Yo. Because you know why it matters? Because if he can't stroke and he 40 and he 45 and something like, you ain't going for that shit. Come on, man. You ain't teach nobody at your big age. Come on, man. You got 15 more years left. You gonna be teaching somebody for 7 years? You have that.
As a gay woman, I feel like y'all straight women are capping with that shit. Like y'all not judging a nigga for having low body count.
No, we're not judging a man for low body count. No, not.
Yes, they are.
You're not gonna say something wrong with him. His shit small. He can't fuck. Like y'all not thinking none of that.
So I'm
hearing what straight women say on a lot of other shows and shit like that. Like y'all just the exception. Y'all fucking a nigga with 2 bodies.
A real life example is on this. Well, he was on the show. He's black now, but a real life example on this show is walking and talking amongst us again. Corn is still considered part of 20%. Now, if he chooses to participate in that, that's his choice. But on paper, he is a part of the 20%. So
just based on his looks,
based upon his looks, his career.
So you were telling me you a fucking nigga with 2 bodies who can't eat box?
I could do other things to him. I don't want to be too graphic, but I would write. I would write his face. But that's something totally different. Different conversation for a different day.
I don't know. I'm with you. I don't know.
He could be taught. I mean,
hit the cap button. I'm sorry, love. I love you,
cap.
I'm telling the truth, Q. Like y'all can call it cap all day long, but when
she's lying.
No, she's not lying. When a woman finds a good man and he can't stroke right, you can teach a stroke. You can do other things to help him out. Like I said, I don't want to be too graphic.
What about when y'all said that it's not negotiable bad sex?
Who said? Did I say that?
Alex.
Oh well, I talked about that.
Yeah.
And everybody agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
I didn't agree to that.
This said it. You are not the outlier, love. Sorry.
I don't remember saying that here.
Come on, bro. Come on. For once in your life.
I'm being very serious. And again, Corn is off the show now, so I can talk for real. If
Hit
Corn,
him with the Michael Jackson ham.
Hold on. So,
he's
in the back. My bad. So he don't think he can hear now. But we are using him as a real life example. Corn is a good catch on paper. Again, when he talks and that whole Will Smith simp thing, that's a turn off. Yes, that was a huge turn off. And the other women, it would be. But outside of that, he is a good catch. And he only had 10 bodies or less. That could be overlooked because you can coach a man along.
But I think that's where y'all fuck up with these niggas too. Because y'all swear y'all could coach them and shit. Period, right? And then you find out that doesn't work.
That's a good point, Q. But we do go and think we can coach. That's a good point. We do go in there thinking we can coach and do things, and then he'll acquiesce or be acclimated what we like and whatnot, and then it doesn't work, then we cheat. So yes,
that's super saving nigga shit.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You said
Corn, are you coachable? Corn, are you coachable?
Of course, he's the king simp.
Oh, good point. Never mind. Take that question back. You're right. I forget.
Hell no, my phone messing up.
So love, if Corn asked you out, you're saying you would not go out with him because.
Of course she would.
Okay.
I got a question.
Joe. Yeah, Joe, I like your question, Joe.
So y'all don't want to coach. Fine, I understand that. But then how you gonna turn around and judge a man for getting his numbers up elsewhere? Like, where are we supposed to get experience from? How are we not supposed to get experience from somebody else if we're not getting it from you?
But Joe, you won't even ask nobody out.
Bro, I'm asking a general question.
Let's stay on topic.
I'm saying,
I'm asking a general question.
He asking a question.
The general
Mr.
question.
White, Mr. White said, "Can I
go ahead?"
Because when Mr. White was saying earlier about, he was getting his numbers up with the lesser attractive ones, as Q was calling them, that was being frowned upon. It was like, look, every positive experience you have with a woman is setting you up to hopefully be with the one you want to be with. In the ideal world, hopefully you're not gonna have to run through 1,000 booger worms to get to the one you want. But every yes is getting you to your ultimate goal.
Well, that was frowned upon.
So how are we judging men for getting the experience up, but then also judging them for showing up with no experience?
That was frowned upon by me when I took a shot, because it sounded like he was saying that's what he built his confidence off of. I'm like, where you getting confidence from? Like fucking a bitch that looked like a horse? Like, that's easy. But then I found out that it was hard.
But it's not just the confidence.
We got past all that, so
it's not just the confidence there. I mean, it's a positive experience.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. So but that was me coming for him, for them, like in a low key way. Like, I was being passive aggressive, but we have an understanding now.
Yeah, but and reps, right, Joe?
Right,
you get stroke reps, yeah, all that.
So, but like so you're asking the ladies though if they have a problem with a nigga like fucking multiple women to get the experience if they're not giving up the box.
They're not willing to teach.
Or willing to teach.
Like you don't, because you don't want him to show up to you with no experience. So where's he supposed to get this experience from?
That's what I'm saying.
Steps to your door.
They talking about
Q saying. Yeah. Q saying the same thing. They capping.
But Love just said that we are willing to teach you.
So I got a question, Love. How many times that you met a dude, went out to him, you gave it up, it was terrible, and you still continue to talk to them? Exactly.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Can't make this shit up. Rubber Rose with the $5.
I'm interested.
Hold on, I got you, Ron. This is why as a whole, we are not great leaders, because we spend too much time racking up bodies, not building. Shaking my head. Comfortable at the bottom. Why are you doing all that?
Because I agree with what he said. I was agreeing with what he said. Wait, now if
but you spreading it, well, how you say it, how old people say it, you spreading it wide and bending it over, some corny shit that y'all say. Come on, man. Twan with the $5. Women don't really care about body count. They only pretend they care to deflect and avoid embarrassment, because they know deep down men do care. Ron, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying I want to hear Love's answer to Mr. White's question. We haven't heard it yet. That's all I was saying.
What was his question?
Has she ever take someone after having like bad sex? How many times? For teachable moments. How many times?
No, the question was, did I ever? Not how many times. No.
Okay, so 0. How many times? Answer. Thank you.
Joel is 100% accurate, man. Joel's accuracy is amazing. Actually.
But I will say I was less mature back then. I'm a lot more mature now.
Oh my God. How many times have you done it in your maturity? Have you done it since?
Well, in my maturity, I've been married, and after that, I didn't do anything. I'm searching for the right one. So in my immaturity, but I got married when I was older, and I'm now divorced. So I haven't experienced that. So
you're celibate now? Is that what you're saying?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
How's that?
What was your question?
How's that going for you?
It is what it is.
How long have you been celibate, if I may ask?
A while.
Oh, okay.
Wow. 3 weeks. That's 3 weeks.
A while.
3 weeks.
It's longer than 3 weeks.
Bruh.
It's longer than 3 weeks. It's a while. That's my answer. It's a while longer than 3 weeks. Put it that way. Since you put a number on there, longer than 3 weeks.
Okay, well, praise the Lord then.
Lauren Mack with the $5. If Korn had 10 partners, but he had sex technically 1,000 times by 40 years old, would you still say he is inexperienced? Yes. Yes. So wouldn't the woman?
I don't know. That's a good question. I thought it was a good question, Lauren, actually. If he only had 10 partners, but they had sex every single day and multiple times of sex, how is that less experienced than the guy that had 400?
Well, because when Roe was saying you don't know what you like. So in order to know what you like, you need more partners. Because if it was just one person, then you could technically know what you like from one person, but you guys further the point that that's not the case, which is why you need to go out there and experience.
But if he had 10 partners, it doesn't matter if he had 10 or 300. Like, hey,
how's that not matter?
I'm different, but it doesn't matter because what I like is what I like. So he would still have to understand my body and what I like anyway. So he had to experience with me. So I don't understand how that's not kind of still having experience, because he's 1,000 times or whatever. You have 400, they didn't come back. You had one and done 400 times, fine. But he had 1,000.
So
round.
You think you're that unique? You don't think the same tricks work on you that work on other women?
But there's nuances though, Hamp.
Okay, fine. You'll never get nuances, especially with 10. Do you think you're more likely to find the nuances at 400?
400 different women.
Yes.
I think when you get those kind of numbers, you kind of get insatiable. Like that.
Do you
nervous.
think that you'll be able to discover the nuances with 400 different women as opposed to 10?
I think that causes another concern though, Hamp. That's all I'm saying. Like the nuances, I think you gloss over the nuances because you had it so much, and it's that's what I'm saying. I think you gloss over the nuances when you've had 400 women. So unbelievable. 401, I think it gets less. I'm trying. I guess the intimate is the right word I'm thinking of.
But you're saying nuance, right? Pleasing women. If you have sex with, forget it.
Why are you so frustrated? I'm just trying to have a conversation.
I agree. I would agree if you were trying to have a conversation.
I really was, but you obviously don't want to have. You're getting very frustrated, so I'll go on mute. Go ahead.
I'm not very frustrated. It is slightly tiring if people just don't answer, and they want to answer their own question. So, Alex, maybe you'll answer, maybe you won't. Do you think that you have more of an opportunity to discover nuances of women if you have sex with 400 of them as opposed to 10?
No, and the reason I say that is because
that's sick.
No, when I said it before, like, are you with all those 400 women? Are you giving them your best? Are you pulling out all the tips and tricks? Are you having opportunity for them to come back more than twice, as you said? Are they having a conversation to be like, you know what, do this, not that? And because if they haven't come back, how do you get feedback to know that you did any better? I would say in the scenario that was pulled up with the question about 10 people 1,000 times, you have opportunity to figure out, okay, I like this, not that. This works, not that. You have a genuine opportunity to learn something. And when you out here just fucking all these bitches, I don't imagine that it's of quality.
I'm not. I mean, it's so asinine. I'm not responding no more.
I
realize what, you know what? Q, I apologize. I realized what I was doing. Thinking I'm going to get fucking responsible and sensible answers when it's not possible.
Out of the 400, how many of them came back regularly? More than twice?
10. Okay. So now, is that okay?
Are you giving, and out of the 400, are you giving them every single time your best?
I mean, the goalpost is on wheels.
I'm asking a question. You, Adrian, Ron, said?
I said 400, then I said quality was 10. You just said 10 was the right number.
So only 10 people you're giving the quality to? Or like 10 people came back?
The ones that came back, I think that was your make sure that's a confirmation.
So for the 10 that came back, did you ask them why they came back?
No, they just keep having sex with me.
Because you're not trying to comprehend nothing that's being said.
And he yelled at me and got nasty with me. I'm trying to have a real conversation.
No conversation, and that's fine. But again,
No, I just apologized. I realized that I'm talking to the wall.
Here we go.
10. It don't make no sense. I don't know.
No,
I mean, do any of the guys? Am I bugging? If I'm bugging, I'm bugging.
I'm sorry. What was the question again? What was the question in regards to the 10?
So
10,
they're saying that if you had 10 consistent women, you will find the nuances of women sexually better or more likely as opposed to having sex with 400 women.
No, I don't think you'll find the nuances. I think the 10 and 1,000 times with that 1 or 10, you will better have an intimate connection or understanding with that one particular person. So it's really not nuanced.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you have 400, you're more likely to find nuances. So then when you find a woman, you'll be like, oh, Cindy did this.
Yeah, or they just know how to, they probably can be more responsive. Most likely they're going to be better responsive at the first time. So it can be a better experience that first time versus trying to learn you. They learn women and those nuances, and that gives them a better likelihood of being able to be better just in general.
Yeah.
Can I break it down like layman's terms, like the Reader's Digest version?
Go ahead.
10 partners.
I didn't break it down good enough.
You never
you're
do,
just not
Ryan.
Reader's Digest. You're not
You
Reader's
never-
Digest.
That's you always be jabbing. That's that prime example right there. But I'm gonna let you have it though.
So yeah, I think what Hamper's trying to get at is probability. 10 partners is 10 partners.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. The likelihood that you find nuances is grand at 400.
yeah, that 1,000 part is like when you get those math equations in school and it got like a trick. It's really a trick question. 10 partners is 10 partners. So he would be inexperienced.
But do you feel like having that many partners diminish when you do have quality? When you do get somebody?
Wait, say that again?
Having too many partners, do you feel like that will diminish your sex versus increase it?
I think it would make you more experienced.
Yeah.
What should enhance it? What should enhance it?
I don't think so. I think it
If
diminishes.
you just running through the mill and you never get an opportunity to get feedback, there's no opportunity for you to ever go ahead and improve. As opposed to if you are with a consistent person or a consistent group of people, you have an opportunity to be like, okay, this work, not that.
But you ain't answering his question.
I'm agreeing with Corn.
Well, you saying diminish it for you, right, Corn?
I mean, I feel like period, honestly, because at some point where like it's like, wait, you get too much of something, it's like I don't want that no more, right? Or I'm not as passionate about it anymore, I guess you'll say.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's speaking novicely.
Yeah.
But wouldn't the same apply if you had 10 people at 1,000?
No, no. This a real. I thought it was a real question, Q.
No, it's a great question, actually.
No, okay, so no, I don't. I don't think. I think that goes into. You have to let me talk. Like, shut the. That develops.
Hey, don't go that far.
That develops into.
Don't go that far.
It develops intimacy.
I don't give a fuck how mad y'all get. Don't go that far. I'm not Big Al. I'm not none of them niggas.
First of all, I wasn't even talking to you, Ham. What are you talking? First of all,
what are you talking about? I'm just making 100% sure. That's all.
But you trying to start a fight for no reason.
Nah,
I'm just talking to you.
I apologize, goddammit.
I didn't say anything.
Nobody talked to me. That shit don't.
Did you say something? I didn't think you said anything.
Oh, all right. Make it
you
my
just want to
bad.
fight for no reason to deflect the conversation, derail the conversation.
I'm telling you, playing the garbage.
No, you don't play. You playing the garbage. Don't play with me.
All right, go ahead.
I'm done. I said what I said, Q. Now you done irritated me.
Can you say it again? Because I didn't hear it.
I forgot what I said.
Because y'all was too busy having an Ike and Tina moment. Can you say it again?
You started with me. What was the question?
No, I said doesn't the same apply? He was basically saying anything in excess is not good. So if you have too much of it, it takes away from it. I said, wouldn't that be the same as fucking 10 people 1,000 times?
So no, I said I believe that it develops intimacy. When you're doing it to 10 people a lot of times, that's intimacy is developed. Because that says commitment. You've been with that person for X amount of years, X amount of time. That's intimacy. I think intimacy is lacked when you're doing with 400 because you're just like I think Alex said, you're just doing the mill. You're just running the mill assembly line.
A bunch of one night.
There's no intimacy with that.
Okay, but you don't think that if something's done the right way, at least to I think it was him who said at least 10 will come back.
Mm-hmm. Out of 400, that's not a good.
Just
anyway.
Yeah, it's just a number that's already been used, so nobody gets confused.
Oh, okay.
I didn't agree. He was just throwing that number out, honestly, when he said that.
Right. He could have said 50 and we would go with that number, but
well, just quickly, I used it because they thought 10 was substantive as long as you repeated the 10. So I just used the 10 out of the 400.
That's a bad stat though. But I'm gonna chat real quick. Thank you, Valerie, for 499 super chat. The issue with having a lot of partners is it makes it harder to stay faithful because you are used to jumping from partner to partner. It's a mindset.